A poor boy walks through the crowded street, carrying a small box wrapped carefully with fading ribbon. His uniform is worn, his shoes barely intact, but his steps remain steady. His expression carries a quiet hope as he heads toward the little cafe across the marketplace. Inside, his childhood girlfriend sits at a table with a wealthy college senior. The rich student leans close to her, whispering into her ear, drawing a nervous laugh from her. The poor boy approaches from behind, clutching the box with both hands. For a brief moment, a soft smile forms on his face as he watches her. But the smile fades when her eyes shift to him. Her posture tightens, and the wealthy student follows her gaze, spotting the boy standing timidly near the table. The wealthy student scoffs at the sight of the cheap uniform and the worn-out bag hanging from the boy's shoulder. The girl, embarrassed to be seen with someone so poor, crosses her arms and looks away, pretending not to recognize him. The poor boy lifts the box slightly, showing it to her with trembling hands. The ribbon slips a bit, revealing a small handmade bracelet inside. The girl glances at the gift without interest. She grabs the box only to open it with a cold, impatient motion. Her eyes scan the bracelet, simple thread, tiny beads, and a charm carved by hand. Disappointment fills her face. She closes the box and tosses it onto the table casually, allowing it to slide off and fall to the ground. The boy flinches as the box hits the floor. The wealthy student places an arm around the girl's shoulders in a possessive gesture. She lets him, leaning in as if to show the poor boy exactly where she stands now. Their intertwined posture delivers a silent message sharper than any spoken words. The poor boy remains frozen for several seconds. His lips part slightly as if attempting to speak, but no sound comes out. Only the faint betrayal in his eyes reveals what he feels. The girl turns her attention back to the wealthy student, effectively dismissing the presence behind her. The boy slowly bends down, retrieves the fallen box, and holds it against his chest before quietly leaving the cafe. Rain begins falling lightly outside. The boy walks aimlessly through the streets until the city lights blur into streaks around him. His grip tightens on the crushed box, but his steps remain controlled. Even in heartbreak, his spirit refuses to collapse entirely. Later that night, while passing through the academy courtyard where he studies on scholarship, a luxury car pulls up near the steps. A girl steps out, refined posture, flawless uniform, expensive hair clips shimmering under the lamplight. She pauses upon noticing the boy standing beneath a tree, drenched in rain, staring at the ground. The rich girl approaches him slowly, studying the soaked clothes clinging to his frame and the exhausted look resting on his face. Her eyes catch the crushed box in his hand. Without speaking, she extends an umbrella toward him. The boy lifts his gaze, startled, but says nothing. The umbrella remains held out patiently until he finally accepts it. The next day, rumors spread across the academy about a scholarship student being rejected publicly in the marketplace. Students whisper while pretending not to stare at him as he walks past. The rich girl watches him from across the courtyard, observing not pity but a strange admiration for his composed resilience. After classes end, the rich girl stops him near the library entrance. She stands tall, radiating elegance, but her eyes soften when meeting his. She places a small, neatly wrapped box into his hands. The boy hesitates, confused, but the girl simply nods once. He opens the box slightly and sees a perfectly polished metal bracelet, engraved with delicate patterns. The craftsmanship contrasts sharply with the handmade gift he once carried. The rich girl gently closes his fingers over the box and steps back, waiting. The boy looks at her expression. Calm, sincere, even gentle. No mockery hides behind her gaze. Something unfamiliar stirs inside him, a warmth missing from his life for a long time. The rich girl speaks with her eyes alone, letting the silence say more than words ever could. She remains near him the rest of the afternoon, walking beside him through the campus gardens as cherry blossoms fall around them. Over the following weeks, the rich girl's presence becomes constant. She sits near him during lunch, studies beside him in the library, shields him from harsh gossip, and shows subtle acts of care. Slowly, his guarded heart begins to heal, gaining strength from her unwavering support. One afternoon, the former girlfriend spots them together. Envy twists across her face when she notices the rich girl adjusting the boy's collar with gentle precision. The wealthy student who once led her on has already moved on, leaving her alone. The sight of the boy now surrounded by growing respect from other students, and receiving the affection of someone from an elite family, strikes her with bitter shock. The rich girl notices the ex-girlfriend watching. Her eyes narrow slightly, measuring the situation. Without hesitation, she steps closer to the poor boy and links her arm with his in a bold, unmistakable gesture. The ex-girlfriend stiffens, offended, while nearby students whisper at the unexpected display. Later, the rich girl takes decisive action. She exposes the ex-girlfriend's lie about her relationship with the wealthy student by revealing a recorded message the student had sent to a mutual friend. The recording confirms that the ex-girlfriend had boasted about using the poor boy for convenience until a richer option appeared. The truth spreads through campus like wildfire, turning public opinion sharply against the ex-girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend becomes the center of ridicule she once inflicted on others. Invitations vanish, friends distance themselves, and the attention she once craved fades entirely. The rich girl watches this downfall with calm satisfaction, ensuring the boy finally receives the dignity he deserves. The boy, though uncomfortable with revenge, recognizes the rich girl's fierce loyalty. Her actions show a depth of devotion he never experienced before. Gradually, gratitude transforms into affection, and affection deepens into something resolute. Under falling cherry blossoms, the rich girl stands beside him, brushing a petal from his shoulder. The boy looks at her with quiet admiration, and she responds with a gentle nod. Their bond grows stronger, built not on childhood nostalgia, but on genuine trust born from hardship, loyalty, and courage. Their story continues, no longer shaped by betrayal, but by the unexpected strength of a heart that once broke and now finds protection in someone who refuses to let it shatter again.